Hi, welcome. This is Achama from Faith Health Potential. Today I want to share with you something that happened to me as I went out cycling today. It's a bright, beautiful, sunny summer's day, and I decided that it would be really nice if I wore a summer dress and put on my flat pumps, my ballet pumps, and a nice cardigan, and just went out and enjoy the day. And after I went cycling, I could maybe go out and do some walking or do something else. So I had this whole plan of how I was going to spend the day. But it occurred to me that as I was going cycling, I should probably wear something, maybe some leggings or some shorts underneath my dress, because the last time I was on a cycle, I fell off, and I wouldn't want to fall off again and kind of like bruise myself. So I decided that I should probably put on some leggings or some shorts. So I walked down to where the cycling was being held, and I got my helmet on, I put on my high-vis jacket, and I got ready to get on my bike, straddled the bike, and I kind of like froze. Even though I remembered that I had an accident the last time I was on the bike, it really didn't kind of like connect until I was on the bike. And I felt so stiff, uncomfortable, and really, really strange. Like I felt like even though I knew I could ride the bike, I felt that I couldn't ride the bike. And my posture, everything was just wrong. And as it was a nice, bright, sunny day, there were loads more people walking around than, I had experienced before. And there was this gentleman on the opposite side of me, and he was having a good old time watching all us trainee cyclists, get on our bike and do our thing. And I just felt really uncomfortable. And I thought to myself, I need to change. And I said to my instructor, I want to go home and change. I live around 5 minutes away. Can I go home and change? So he said, fine. Go and do your thing. Go and put on some jogging bottoms, change your shoes, put on a t-shirt, whatever, and come back out. So I went home and I did just that. I changed into some jogging bottoms, put on a top, and put on my canvas all-star trainers, and head out the door. And as I was making my way to the place where the cycling was being done, probably around 5-7 minutes walk, I was talking to myself. I was really, really talking to myself. I was telling myself, Achama, you can do this. I was saying to myself, I can do this. I know I can do this, because I have done it before. This is not new to me. I know how to cycle. I know that I can cycle, So whatever it is that's going on in your head, get over it, get on the bike, cycle. Yes, you had an accident, okay, yes, but you can cycle. You know you can cycle. Just go and do it. So by the time I got there, I was quite pumped. I'd been speaking positively over myself. I'd been speaking to God. I'd been using the word of God to reaffirm what I was saying. So I was quite pumped in a I can do it attitude by the time I got there. And so the instructor saw me and he said, you look much better now. And he said, you've been talking to yourself, haven't you? And I said, yeah, how do you know? And he says, that's what we all do. We all talk to ourselves, when we're facing situations like this. And it occurred to me that, we have a choice of how we talk to ourselves. And even though we can talk to ourselves, and we do talk to ourselves in these different situations, the way that we talk to ourselves isn't set in stone. I could have said to myself during that time, oh no, Achama, this is just not the day for you to go out and cycle. You're just not in the right frame of mind. Just give up, don't even bother. Just go and do the other things on your list to do. Why are you stressing yourself out about this? But I didn't choose to talk that way to myself. I chose to talk the other way to myself. And it just made me think that sometimes we choose to speak negatively over ourselves, and that affects the decisions that we make, whereas at other times we choose to speak positively over ourselves, and that has an impact on the decisions that we make. So by the time I got there, I was hyped, I was pumped, I was ready to go. I picked up my helmet, I put on my high-vis jacket, I straddled my bike, and I pushed off. And the instructor was like, whoa, how did you go from that person who, like 10 minutes ago, was so afraid to ride and couldn't ride a bike, to somebody who just like pushes off just like that? He says that's the quickest turnaround I've ever seen, And I explained the whole thing to him. And he said, you put on a new mindset. When you went and changed your clothes, you also went and changed your mindset, because the person you were when you came here first wasn't ready to deal with the stress of getting back on a bike after this period of time being away from cycling, and after the last time of falling off a bike. You weren't in the mindset that was ready to cycle. But when you went away and you put on those clothes, you put on your new mindset. You put on the mindset and said, this lady means business. And I really did. I had put on that new mindset, and I got on the bike, and I was determined, because I knew I had done it before. I was determined to cycle, and nothing was going to stop me, not any negative thoughts, not any limiting self-beliefs. Nothing was going to stop me. And that manifested itself in action. And so what I want to really share with you today is the power of how you think about yourself and the situation that you're in, and how something as silly and as small as putting on the right clothes for a particular situation, a particular activity or event can really help you get into the mindset, whatever you want to call it, that will enable you to succeed and prosper in that which you are trying to do. And often when we choose to dress in a particular way that is very much contrary to what we're trying to achieve, it's actually saying something about how we feel and what we're thinking about what we're about to do. Okay, so that's it from me today. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.